All right, we are live again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly live training where we talk about how to train smart, use your time wisely, not to get hurt, qualify for top races, and win
while maintaining life balance.
My name is Coach Sheila. I'm a 2-time triathlon Guinness World Record holder, best-selling author, motivational speaker, and high-performance triathlon and endurance coach. And we also have here Coach Vinetta. Today is gonna be a blast, everyone. Today, we're gonna talk about triathlon and not sprint Olympic 70.3. We're gonna talk about the big goal. What is it? Put under the comment, what is it the big goal for triathlon? Longest distance so far, Ironman. Ironman. Who here has been wanting to do an Ironman? Raise your hand.
Yes.
Who here? Because your guys gonna get a lot. All right. So let me show you the poster so you can actually know and understand how much value you're gonna get today. All right. Yes. Get your pen and paper, get a screenshot if you'd like. Finish your first full Ironman. From stress to success, balancing a demanding job with Ironman training, transforming hate for running into love and building an iron mindset. All right. So, today, running, transforming running. Like, who would sign up for an Ironman when you hate running?
Oh my gosh.
But there are some athletes, you got to get through that one with the running because it's the last sport of an Ironman. And how many miles?
I would say it's the hardest. Yeah.
26.2. And, it's dark because it's already nighttime in most cases, unless you're really fast. All right. So transforming running, going from hating running to learning how to run correctly so you love it.
Yes. Then we're going to take a look at building good habits. How do you build those for training and life?
Okay. Mechanics, uncovering small yet critical mechanical tweaks that can make massive difference in your results and injury prevention. All right.
And then the iron mindset, forge mental fitness to tackle stress, avoid drama, and achieve new levels of confidence.
All right. Last but not the least, tackling physical challenges. So, as you already know, Ironman, it's not an easy sport. It's almost impossible. When I heard about Ironman, it's like, how do you do that? How do you run a full marathon? Just running a full marathon is like, oh, when I run my first full marathon, like I was so happy. And then now you put full marathon after a 112-mile bike. How about for those athletes just starting to cycle also? Or for those athletes who cannot even imagine finishing 2.4 miles. That's big. Who here thinks that Ironman is big? That's hard. All right. Well, what if you are, if you want to do that despite that you have a busy schedule, right? No matter what, Coach, I still want it. I've been dreaming about that. Anyone here who feels that way? Okay. Put that, say, me, Coach, I've been wanting to do that. I'm on sprint. It's in my bucket list. All right. So today's training is going to be for busy parents, for those Ironman aspirants, like you've been dreaming about it. Okay.
Those who would still like to have fun while training for an Ironman.
Yeah. And sometimes I hear from athletes like, I'm not sure I can do that because I can't even train. I can't even get started and I don't like running.
And some of them feel like if they decided to go for an Ironman, it would be kind of like getting another part-time job,
Yeah. Okay. Or if you're not confident to actually, how do you put that together? And then plus, work and then family. So go into the comments below, click heart, like button if you can really hear us. Okay. All right. So we can make sure that you are hearing us and we're not having technical difficulties here.
Yes. And put hashtag live if you're watching this live. and put hashtag replay if you're watching this as a replay, so we can say hi to you guys.
Yeah, so what Vinetta's going to do while we do this live training, Vinetta's going to pull up the live stream to make sure that we engage to you guys as much as possible, answer your questions. This is your training. And if there's anything that stood out for you, just repeat that, type it up, because that's action that you put that in, in your keyboard or on your phone. That helps you remember of what you're learning today. Get a screenshot of, like the things that we're going to share to you today. And actually, by the end of this training, I do have prepared a summary of what we've covered, because we're going to cover a lot today. And I want to make sure we summarize that at the end. So by, wow, I'm blown away. We did talk a lot about it, because we talk a lot about on this training, and you might just missed it. All right. So that will be at the end of the training. Okay.
All right. So let me welcome all the people who I see are joining us live. Hi, Sean, Sarah, Carolina, Sharita, Brian, Butch, Nate, Kim, Odette.
Wow.
Awesome. You guys made
it. Full. We got Catherine too, Paul. All right. Hello.
Gaze here.
All right. Okay. Well, let's go on, move forward. Let's welcome Sheila from California. Sheila, how are you doing? Welcome, Miss Ironman. Sheila.
I love that title. I really do. But before we start, can I put a shout out to Sarah?
Oh,
she made it to Germany's World Marathon. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Berlin, baby. Congratulations, Sarah. We're talking about running, so I just thought this is a great time to put a plug in, because Feisty Fox coaches helped her get into Berlin.
This is very hot news off the press, because that's today.
Yeah.
The Berlin was announced today. Yeah.
Who is training for Berlin? Now we're sidetracking.
I'm so sorry.
Training for Berlin Marathon. Put that under the comment too. All right. You guys can find friends that you're going to be able to see in Berlin. Yeah. Congratulations. We got Vivian as well. And Sarah got into Berlin Marathon. Well, let's go back to you, Sheila, because we want to hear more about Ironman. Okay. How do you feel Ironman, Sheila?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Being an Ironman?
Ironman, Sheila. Yes.
I feel like a demigod. Yeah.
More about what a demigod is.
It sounds very cocky, but once you cross that finish line, it's just an amazing feeling. That's the best word I can say. You're going to feel like a god.
Ooh, that's actually, it's like, ooh.
Yeah. So yes, I've been flying high, and this was October 22nd when I crossed that line. It took me 3 days actually to
realize it.
To realize that, damn, that was fun. And I did it.
Yeah.
I was in LA, and yeah, that's when it hit me.
Wow.
So you finish, you went home, you had breakfast, dinner, and then sleep. And then on the third day, that's when
I woke up. I'm in my brother's house in LA, gorgeous view. And I'm like, I need to run. I really need to run. And my brother's like, what? So I ran, and then I just kept on smiling. I ran for 6 miles and smiled like a fool in LA.
Everyone who hates running, you are in the right training. Okay. You are in the right training. This is Sheila after the Ironman, someone who hated running. You're going to see how so much opposite she was. Like, seriously hate running. And yes, she did run, and which is amazing that you got there. But let me ask you, what since you visited your brother, then when you were like, oh, I'm an Ironman, how has your brother, your family, friends, see you, or how do they see you, or what is there any change of the way that now that you're an Ironman, in terms of the way they talk, or are they impressed or proud? Tell me more about that.
Well, my brother has always been impressed. He's 6 years younger than me. So, but what I love about it is it's so weird, because I go to the party. Let's not talk about my brother, but we're going to deviate about how do I feel about that. I try to stay humble, because I know people who've done Ironman more than me. But I went to a party this Saturday, and everybody came up to me and said, congratulations. Oh my God. Oh, you're such a hero. You're my idol. And I'm like, thanks. And it just feels good, you know? And then I do feel superhuman, but I try to act like Superman, like Clark Kent, you know, you wear your glasses and you try to be humble, because if you don't, then I don't know. But yes, it's an amazing feeling. Like I was telling my brother, I don't know if I told any of you this, but when I was explaining my brother, like, what made you be an Ironman? Why would you do this? And I said, I don't know. And then I just started explaining, and I realized I felt like a god, and they're mere mortals, and you're trying to explain to them how to fly, you know?
I think that's a good comparison.
You know, it's just, and then you have to try it. You have to be iron to understand on being an Ironman. Because when you just explain it, like, we can talk all we want.
Yeah.
But if a person doesn't know or doesn't even want,
yeah,
then they won't understand. They'll just listen to you and smile, and they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. I can never do that. But in your head, you're screaming, yes, you can. You got to want it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
well, I want to ask you, because your family at home, okay, Tom and your daughters, have seen you training for it. When you finished and have become an Ironman now, like, what did they tell you? You know, like, once you got it, you finished that Ironman. Tell me more about that incident.
oh, everybody's proud.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's, yeah, they were there. They were elated the moment I crossed the finish line. It was just amazing. I don't, you know, I knew that I was going to talk to you guys, but words escaped me when you explain. I didn't expect this question. How do you feel? How do your family treat you? They treat me the same way. Yeah. But my daughters have this one tiny edge that, you know, they revere you and respect you a little more because you've done something that less than 1% of this world can do. Yeah. So,
yeah.
So,
and yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
My teenagers are still assholes. Don't get me wrong. But
we're going to beep that thing. But it's live. It's already said. That's kidding.
But there's an edge of respect, and they tell their friends, oh, my mom is an Ironman. And they're like, oh, wow, especially the parents. And my daughter's boyfriend's dad is now motivated to train. So he's running now. So, you know, baby steps, right? So because they were there, the boyfriend and the dad.
And and they saw you before when you thought that you couldn't do it.
Yes. They're like, they look at me like, why would you do that? You know, so you're going to swim and then bike, and that's not enough, a century ride, then you're going to run again. So my explanation to them is, I think I'm a bit masochistic because, you know, the pain of 112 miles of riding is not enough. I need to run 26.2 more.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Anyone here, you know, can relate or are now interested, like, what is she talking about? I want to be a demigod too.
Yes.
Like she's saying that you have to experience it. All right. But anyone here who have finished or just finished an Ironman or have finished several Ironman that who can relate to what she has said, you know, when you finish your Ironman, it's like, it's different. Tell us more, because I want to read your story after this live training. I want to read if you can relate to what Sheila just said there.
Yes. And I mean, I hear this all the time that, you know, people who don't get tattoos get the Ironman tattoo just because it means so much, you know.
Can I interrupt for a second? So that was my whole incentive why I joined you. I wanted to be an Ironman for that tattoo. But now that I am, I want to do another one to really prove it's addicting. So I don't think I'm worthy yet for that tattoo until I want to do another one. It is addicting, and it's an amazing feeling, but it's like earning your wings as a pilot or as an angel. You gotta, it's just amazing. I say do it. Whoever's listening and you're on the fence, just do it. Be nice.
We're gonna hear a lot more of how you were. You were gonna say something, Vinay?
Yes, Nate says, great job, Sheila. Congrats. Butch says, you're amazing, Sheila. Badassery personified. Idol! Exclamation mark.
Damn, Sheila.
Thanks, Butch.
All right. You got fans. All right. Well, Sheila, like
And then Sarah says she'll do one with you.
Oh,
Yes,
well, there you
let's
go.
do it.
Who else want to do it? Sheila. It's gonna be fun.
Do it together.
Yeah. So, well, before you have become a demigod Ironman, all right, Sheila, I want to ask because there are some who have not gone to an Ironman finish. Like, how were you before though? Before you even like, all right, I'm gonna train for an Ironman. How was your life? Physical activity? Were you doing some racing? Maybe some run, swimming? How was it? How was your life before this triathlon?
Before I became Ironman,
Yeah.
I'm a naturally cocky
Before
person.
you met us. Before you met us.
Decided to
Yeah.
go for the
Oh, okay. How did I start this journey?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I did a century ride with my friend Angela. I don't know if she's listening, but Angela, we did the century ride, and when we're done, she goes, "Hey, let's do a triathlon." I'm like, "Okay, what's that?" And she's like, "It's when you swim, bike, run." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, what is that?" So anyway, long story short, she tells me that you got to swim and then immediately change and then bike and then immediately run. And I'm like, the fuck? Okay.
I gotta be fast like that.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's do it. It sounded fun because who doesn't know? I knew how to bike. I just did a century. I thought I knew how to swim. I jump off boats in Cabo and Mexico and booze cruise. So why not? Anyway, everybody knows how to run. I run for the bus or the ice cream truck all the time. So why not?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we signed up for Lava Man in Hawaii in 2019. And then it was supposed to be done on March 22nd or the end of March of 2020, but the world shut down on March 16th. So Angela's like, well, let's go practice swimming at Aquatic Park, and because it's going to open up next week. So we're like, okay. So she goes, let's go swim to that buoy, which was like 50 yards. So I'm like, okay. We start swimming. I'm doing my stroke. And then I stop because I'm breathless. And I turned around. I literally moved 2 feet. And then Angela's already halfway on the bay. So I'm like, oh shit. And she turns around. She goes, do you not know how to swim? And I'm like, I thought I did. So I searched for a coach. Yeah. He tried to teach me, but he was awful. not naming names. And then I met this amazing woman, Liz Elliott, and she taught me the basics, but I had to, things moved, things in life change. So I talked to another friend and he introduced me to you. I'm like, virtual? How's that going to work? It works, trust me, because the difference between a coach on top of the pool and a coach that sees you underwater and on top of the water, you can see the strokes, my hands and everything. On top of the water, they're like, okay, you're not turning your head correctly. But you gave us the nuances on how to turn the head and the chin and all that stuff. Okay, so we go to you. I did the Santa Cruz 7.3, the half. Yeah. I did great. I didn't expect to do great. And I loved it that you called me the night before or the day before to make sure I am hydrated and have nutrition. You made me run for a bagel because I had to have a carb before 9 o'clock.
Pretty much.
But I just love that hands-on personal touch that you gave me. Mm-hmm. And then I felt like a god already. That was amazing. I never thought I would be running and swimming and biking. So I signed up for Arizona and I was doing great. That swim was great. The bike was great. Well, no, the road in Arizona is awful, but I did great. And then the run, I saw the Neta. And then I was doing great until mile 14. And then I felt the sharpness, like a stab and electric jolt on my foot. And I'm like, bleep, And then I turned her. Anyway, long story short, it was a pinched nerve. But I decided I'm just going to walk it. I still have, I think, an hour and a half. I had some time. I'm going to walk it. So 3 miles later, my knees were aching. My hips were aching. My lower back. And I'm like, I can't break myself. I'd rather fight another day, quit now and fight another day. Yeah. But everybody was telling me, every Ironman friend I have said a DNF is not bad. Everybody DNFs. But for me, it's like getting an F. You're summa cum laude and you get a freaking F in your report card. I was never summa cum laude, by the way, but that's how it felt, you know. Anyway, from 2020, from November 21st, 2022 to October 22nd this year, I had this failure. I felt like a failure, but I was determined to be iron. So that day on October 22nd, 2023, crossed that line, and I'm once again a god.
You're redeemed.
I redeemed myself.
Okay.
So that's my journey.
That was a nutshell. Wow.
Wow, sorry. Did I take up?
Yeah, that was in a nutshell. So going back there, before you reach out to us, you also had several coaches already. You had
yes,
run coach, strength coach.
Oh yes.
You have several different coaches. You have swim coach. Like how many coaches did you have, or trainer, right?
Yeah, 2 coaches, 2 swim coach and my run coach. Yeah, I really didn't want to leave him because he was so cute, but you're
So you had several coaches then.
Yes.
And you switch. And is there any reason why you had to just choose,
Feisty Fox instead of you? Well, first of all, I was spending money here and there. And then it's like, that's too many chefs in a pot. Just focus on one person. It's easier. And you were like a one-stop shop. So instead of paying $250 there, $300 here,
Okay.
One-stop shop. And I loved how you always follow up. Nobody ever followed up on me. Nobody.
Wow.
So, I mean, they'll just say, hey, how you doing?
Sure?
Yeah.
Really?
No. They'll say, how you doing? But that's it, right? But there's something about you guys that I'm not trying to plug in anything here. I promise you, they're not paying me. So.
Okay.
So what was it about follow-up that really meant, made a difference for you?
Well, I'm a lazy person by nature. So I would make excuses all the time. Oh, I can do this tomorrow. Oh, it's only 30 squats today. Oh, not 30, but 10 squat. Yeah, 10 squats. And then it equals 30, 3 sets. I can do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and then 2 weeks later, I never did 1 squat. But with coach, she would say, and then my friend, it's not for everyone, but it was perfect for me because she would email me or message me, says, hey, everything okay? Because I see that you didn't do your body maintenance today. I'm like,
here's an example.
And
you're not the only one. But basically, yeah, so we do have plans, and the plans would turn red. Or we do check because it's a plan.
To be green. I'm so lazy, but I'm not only lazy, I'm also busy. I have 9 bosses.
Oh yeah. There you go. 9 bosses.
Yeah. And
how many hours do you work? Do you know at all? Or
okay, normal people would be 8 hours or less. Sheila, before I was a demigod, was like 8 to 12 hours a day. So, and sometimes on weekends because we have deadlines on Mondays.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And you have family. Yeah.
And I have a surly teenagers. Yeah.
Surly.
No, well, one's in college, so she's self-made. But yeah. And a husband that's very supportive, but yeah.
Wow,
very busy. Okay, all right.
Karen says Sheila's talking me into doing a full Ironman.
There you go.
Yes, Karen.
So, well, a lot of things happened this year besides the Ironman, and knowing that you've overcome your swimming last year. Guess what happened this year beside Ironman? Well, Sheila, who's in San Francisco, who I think I only saw you like 1 or 2 times during the entire training when you came down here. But yeah, so Sheila actually, believe it or not, she was in San Francisco and she helped save.
Oh,
Sheila,
Yeah.
who just learned how to swim with proper technique last year, jumped into the San Francisco Bay to save the man in the water yelling for help.
Yep, Berkeley Marina. I forgot about him.
Yeah, just do you mind just a short story about that? What happened there? So there's a man in the San Francisco Bay.
Yes. So we're coming out, and the water towards the beach, and I hear this help, help. And then he's literally like 5 feet away from me. And I look at him, I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, you see his eyes bulging and he's bobbing up and down. I'm like, oh shit, he is drowning. So I said, hey, somebody, can you help me? He's drowning. And then everybody is like head on deer, deer on headlights, right? They're just looking and is he serious? Is he really drowning? So I'm like, fuck, I gotta go help this guy. So I start swimming towards him. But then there's another guy that's a better swimmer than me that goes and grabs the guy, but he doesn't stay near the guy. He's far from the guy. And he says, you need to calm down. You have a wetsuit on. You're not going to drown. Just calm down. So the guy keeps bobbing and then the guy goes, you just calm down. We won't touch you until you calm down. So the guy finally calms down. And then he grabs the man that's drowning, and he pulls him. And then I'm swimming still because, the sweatsuit helps you float.
Yeah.
So we grab him and then we walk him, and it turns out that it was a freak. It was just bad. He was okay. He just had a back spasm.
I'm not sure if everyone can actually see this one here, but we're talking about the San Francisco cold bed here. We're current, and this is Sheila, who used to have trouble with the water, and you were just brave enough to actually jump into the water and do your best to do your part.
Yeah, because you know what? Once you know how to swim, it's something that can't be taken away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're swimming 225 or 250, for those of you, that's your time. When you do, anyway, that's your time. That's a slow time. Even though you're swimming slowly, you're still a swimmer. It doesn't matter if you're doing 110 or 100 yards or 250, 100 yards. You're still a swimmer. You won't drown anymore, ever.
Yeah.
Unless you panic, then that's on you.
Yeah. And
the panic. I mean, you did have all kinds of anxieties before. You knew how to swim, but there was the lurking underwater anxiety, the fear of getting tired and running out of energy and
the foot cramp, the leg cramp.
Yeah. So she did not just finish the Ironman California this year. She also finished Alcatraz. You guys know Alcatraz triathlon. This is jumping off the boat. All right. And then going through that hilly bike and the stairs. All right. Cold water. She did that. This was that. Congratulations. Yeah, you're there, Sheila. Look at you. Saying hi. All right. So just imagine it's not just IMCA. Like there's a lot opened up for you. Okay. And so if you guys want to know more about like how she overcame of swimming and also finished really well on 70.3, we have that training and that's available. You can just comment under here. This one was that we actually touch base 5-step approach, hashtag 5-step approach. You will learn more about that. But let's go to this one. Now let's go back to running. You hate running. Tell us
I hate running. It's the bane of my existence. Huh?
Hated running.
Yes. The bane of my existence. Oh my God. I would rather get a root canal than go running back in the day. But the problem was, you think running is natural, but it's not. It's a science. Everything is a science. Whether you're baking, running, hand gliding, everything needs a technique. And before I would just run and my feet would fall heavily. Mm-hmm. And then coach would give us these body maintenance and the darnest thing that I used to think was so silly, run on the pole, hold the pole at 90 degrees and then run and do this fast step. Anyway, but all of a sudden, what took me a mile and drudgingly, now I just run and I don't even stop until I hit that mile or more. And oh, wait. So yes, I hated running, but when you start running, it becomes second nature. And if you run correctly, it becomes amazing.
Run correctly.
And then your vocabulary starts to change. You're going to say, when coach tells you, I want you to run around for 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, only? And then when you finish, you look at your clock, your watch, and then you only ran 8 miles. And you're like, that was it, Or when coach tells you, or when somebody says, we're going to do 25 miles today. And you'll only say, only? Cycling. Or when you're driving and then you see 1,000, and Siri goes 1,000 yards, turn right. And then you're like, I swim 1,000 yards on a Wednesday.
You're comparing your distances now.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, let me remind, I don't know if you remember how much you hated running.
Yes.
This is the person who actually signed up for an Ironman who has 26.2 miles after 112 mile. And May, June, July, August, September. This one is about 6 months out. Okay, 6 months out. One of our workouts said, almost died on last night's run. Okay, almost died. All right, run. I'm gonna make it short here. Run start, was not feeling it at all. Told myself, give it 10 minutes. You'll start warming up to it, literally and figuratively. Well, my legs and lungs warmed up, but my soul was indifferent, borderline annoyed. I've decided that running in my relationship is not love at first step, but more of a slow simmer, like an arranged marriage. There's no instant love. We're together because we have to. But I know once we get to know each other, we will grow to love each other. I hope. This is you 6 months out. And it was a 45 minutes run. Anyone here who feels like Sheila about running? You got actually it was a 1 hour run. Yeah, it became 47 minutes.
Who here feels like I'm not feeling it? Running is just not.
Give it 10 minutes, right? Yeah, that's a good tactic that she does. Just give it 10 minutes, and that's what she does. She does her best, even though she doesn't like it, because she's so committed to it. Okay, and other things that she had done is just find joy, and then also take pictures of the surroundings. I think those are the times when you discover what is around in your home, right?
Well, before I started running, I lived in this neighborhood for 20 years, and I never realized, because when you're in the car, your vision is your perspective is different. But when you're running, everything slows down. And then I didn't realize my neighbors have fences. I didn't realize there were bird houses on our stop signs. I didn't even realize there's a creek 2 blocks away from me. It's so gorgeous. And it was just amazing. And then deer run next to me. Startles the crap out of me, but it's just, it's just an amazing thing to do, is running.
And March, it was still cold. This is what she was doing. And you wouldn't think, is it okay if I ask your age?
Oh, how old am I?
How young you are?
No, I'm proud to say I'm 58.
Oh, I thought 57. All right, 58. You just turned 58. Yes.
Recently.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you just turned 58. All right.
Yep.
A 58 young woman doing this one at the track. It looks like it's her playground, but this one was March. It was still cold, but this is her doing.
Because it was slippery. It was frozen.
So the workout says run, but this is what she is doing.
I'm ice skating.
And this was the creeks that she said. So, it seems like despite that you hated running, you still did your best, got it done because you had to. And you found ways to actually. the goal was big and you know it. Okay.
Yep.
And she had done several other things. And for example, now it comes back. So October, hot, humid, hot on July, summer. Okay. Sheila, who hated running, yes. Yep. Would go run outdoor because she had to. 81, 93 Fahrenheit. And that's part of it. That's part of the workout. And guess what? That's when she completed her fastest half marathon then. That was around July. Her fastest, remember, is 3:16. 3 hours, 16 minutes for a half marathon. That's her fastest. That was about 3 months before July, August. Yeah, 3 months before. Yeah,
The full
the
Ironman.
full Ironman. You also signed up for our Santa Rosa Marathon, but something happened. Do you mind telling us about that?
Yeah, my the reason why I DNF'd in Arizona is because I developed, or I had this pinched nerve that just woke up. The doctor said it's been around because I've been wearing high heels and narrow shoes for ages, and then the bike and the run just aggravated it and flared. So I'm like, okay, cortisone shot, fine. Of course, when was the Santa Rosa run? Was like August?
Yeah, August.
Santa Rosa run. I was so hyped. I'm like, I'm gonna do it because if I can do this, I know I can finish my Ironman. Because I still had doubts, right? And then on my training, again, the nerve hurt. So I went to the doctor, and and then I was so angry. I don't think I was so upset with any person in my life that I wanted to get violent until the doctor gave me that cortisone shot. And then he told me it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks. You're going to have to stay off your feet. I'm like, my race was 8 weeks coming up. So I was so angry where tears were, I can't even talk about it because I'm angry again. Yeah. Cold coach, she talked to me and she goes, it's okay. It's 8 weeks. I go, no, but it's 3 weeks out. That's 5 weeks. I have to practice. I mean, I have left for training. And she goes, it's okay. I'm like, she doesn't understand. She's ultra. I'm just a human being. And then, but she was right. You were right, coach.
So cortisone shot. We didn't expect that. So everyone, before she had the cortisol shot, from what Sheila had told us is that, or what the doctor had said, like, it's going to recover. And that was her experience in the prior cortisol shot. It recovered.
The previous cortisone shot only took like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Or a week.
Yeah, a week.
And then it wasn't so close. I had nothing. I didn't even think of IMCA at the time, but this one was 8 weeks. And I wish he had told me, it's going to, I wouldn't have taken the shot.
Yeah.
If I had known it was going to be a 3 week resting period, I would have just bit the bullet.
It was an unexpected, the cortisol shot, there's goods and bads, but then the recovery is necessary. And the doctor said, if it's painful, no run. A person actually, an athlete who hates running or who was not as great running, now you make her no running. So what now?
Exactly.
That lives with like 5 weeks left. And this is something that, because she wanted to do a full marathon. And this is something that I wanted to bring up to everyone. So the full marathon was a B race. Okay. The A race was the Ironman California. And an athlete who's actually canceling a race, I could completely understand how devastating it would hear that a coach would say, do not run.
Yeah.
So I had a call with Sheila because, and this is the part where in an athlete, all right, the doctor said 3 weeks. Mindset is very, very important. She's 8 weeks, first full Ironman. Cortisol shot, didn't expect now 3 weeks off. What are you gonna do? And then now I said, Sheila, we need to cancel it because your A race is Ironman California. It's not Santa Rosa. and you do not need to finish a full marathon before an Ironman.
She's right.
You guys heard that? You don't need to finish a full marathon or race a full marathon race. I mean, it would be nice. You know, you have another medal, right? Good confidence because you finished the distance, but you do not need to, okay? And strongly recommend you focus on the big goal, the A race. So you have to be clear with your goals. But then at the same time, Sheila, okay, well, what now? Well, the next thing that we have to do to convince Sheila, because I'm not going to just motivate Sheila. Sheila's smart, you know, like she knows when someone's just motivation, like you can still do it, Sheila. Like everyone would say, you can do. No, I don't think so. So I gave Sheila the numbers. Sheila, this is what's going to happen. And it was during the call. So I said, Sheila, we need to cancel that. It's not safe. So first of all, the coach has to care, show care. So if you have your coach, you know, you want to see that the person cares. I said, that's not the goal. I care about you. You don't want to aggravate that foot. No. So now the next thing is that to reframe the mindset of the athlete. How do you do that? Remind the goal of the athlete, which is the Ironman California. The next thing is that besides motivation is great, but the numbers is important. So I told her the plan. Sheila, this is the plan. We need you to really be strong on the bike. This was on the same week. This is the plan. So I refocused her mindset. I said, this is the plan. You're going to have 2.4 mile swim. This is your time. We got to get your bike fast. And guess what? If you get your bike fast, you got 8 hours for that full marathon, and you still have time. You can go porta potty, get your aid station, walk, jog. You still have time. And then, how'd you feel about this when you saw this, Sheila?
I was like, okay, you know, it was a light on the dark tunnel, right? It was, yeah, it was a goal. And then I love also how you strengthened my legs on the trainer, you know. Yeah, that's another story. But but yeah, I just loved how you totally focused you diverted my anger, my self-pity, my wallowing to the bike, because I couldn't put pressure on my leg, but I can ride my bike. Yeah. So thank you for that. And those numbers, yeah, you really helped me. I mean, that settled my anxiety a lot when you gave me stats, facts.
So it's common. Why wouldn't you be angry? You know, why wouldn't you be disappointed or worried about your IMCA, right? You got like 8 weeks left.
Yep.
And, you know, so like it continues. And during, you know, she was running, and then we did a lot of body maintenance. But do you guys get that? I hope you guys got a lot on that one. And because I do have the summary at the end, so you guys can so we're having this conversation, so I don't just show you the presentation because it's going to be boring. but yeah, so part of it is reframing your mindset, reminding you of the big goal. It is disappointing, but you got to look at the big picture, your health overall. You know, it's not just about the medal. How are you going to be if you actually do the marathon afterwards? Will you still be okay?
And besides, she's not just going to be resting and doing nothing. Those 3 weeks. She's going to be doing something. She's just going to be doing other things.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
Swimming, biking, and body maintenance. That was our focus.
Yeah. Well, just FYI, before Ironman California, Sheila finished only 16 miles. That's her longest run before Ironman California, because we prioritize safety. And guess what she got? I'm going to compare to you my numbers and what she got, and you'll be surprised. All right, because she actually surpassed, because that was August, and we did more training after that August. So we got 8 weeks, pretty much 2 months. All right, so here's the time. This is IMCA, and you guys know have IMCA has a fast swim. All right, 2.4 miles. Projected 2 months prior to the race, it was 1 hour 15. She got 57 minutes, under 1 hour for that 2.4 mile.
Nice.
Okay. Next 112-mile bike, she got 7:23. I asked for 7 hours, not bad, right? 7:23, right? 7 hours 2 months ago. And then at the race, 7:23. But she got a lot gain during the swim. Next, I said, like, you have a lot of time. Someone whose doctor said you need to be off from running for about 3 weeks. So I said, like, let's give you 8 hours. Guess how long she ran? 6:53. I shared to you guys earlier, her best time on a half marathon was 3:16, 3:15, I said. If you do the math, it's kind of like you double it, right? But then if you're doubling it, you should be slowing down. Okay. But guess what? Her time was 6:53. This was her longest run. And she did her longest run after a freaking 112-mile bike with headwind, with rain.
With rain.
Who does that? And
It
the run is actually, there's drizzling, right? The soil was muddy.
Yes. Oh, slippery and muddy.
Isn't that amazing? So you did a lot on that 8 weeks, even though the doctor said you got to take it off. How do you feel about that now, seeing the comparison? Sheila?
Oh my God, I feel amazing again. And wow, it's like 4 weeks. When was it? October 22nd, November 22nd? Yeah. Like 6, 7, 8 weeks now. And I'm again still feeling the high. And especially right now, it's rekindled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned that you have a demanding job, your family is important, you like friends. But guess what? During the training, she has gone to Hawaii 2 times, okay, this year. One time is with friends to race Lava Man in Hawaii. The second time is with friends to have fun. And here she is having fun.
Oh.
So this is Sheila. She said, all right, she said, just finish my run. And this one is in Mexico. And I just need to say, I love you, coach. Perhaps it's a combination of a great run and the ambience of the cool down stretch venue. Okay, she's in Mexico and she's running. I'm running.
Who does that?
Yeah, I'm running while on vacation and I'm loving it. The run is a work in progress, but love the fact that I'm not hangover on day 3. Nor was I on day 1 and 2 because I'm still training. And she said, I haven't been this fit since my late 30s, stamina and physique. I'm getting my 30-year-old body back. It's not there yet, but I'm getting there. So this is her.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
Like really proud of herself. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't worn a bikini in a long time. So
yeah. Wow. And that's in Mexico, having fun with your friends.
Yep.
And then after that, she told me, Coach, I'm going out with my family. Oh, what happened? I did not know that. All right, let's do it. We can't say no to the family now that you've been going out with friends. This is her in Hawaii with her family.
No, that's still Mexico, actually.
Oh,
but
Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went to Mexico and Hawaii with your family, so 2 times?
Yes.
Oh my God, I missed that.
But still.
2 Hawaiis, 2 Mexico, 4 trips. During your Ironman training, you had an off because of the medical stuff, right? You went to Alcatraz. So many things happened. Wow. So, like for you guys, like as you guys can see, Ironman, family, work, friends,
vacations. You
can have fun and get your body back. Wear 2-piece in Mexico. Have fun, just like Sheila. If Sheila was able to do it despite of those challenges. What do you guys say? Are you guys, is that a yes? Anyone here signing up for an Ironman for next year? What do you guys think?
Let's see it. Let's see it in the comments.
Anyone here?
What do you guys think?
while we're waiting for people to say, yeah, Sheila, I'm with you. Okay, so So here's the I hope it's not boring, but I'm just gonna show very quickly. Don't worry, it'll be at 2 minutes. All right, so you want your Ironman dream, but you hate running. You lack confidence in swimming. You have demanding job. You are concerned that you will not have time for your family and friends. You are dealing with physical challenge, but you have an Ironman. Which one is bigger, the challenges or your dream? Right? We just showed you that. Okay. Now here's the quick summary: how to finish your first Ironman when you have those mentioned challenges. If you're having some medical, physical challenges, definitely have support from your doctor because they know. Okay.
Yeah, get them to deal with that one.
Okay.
And get the approval on that.
Constant communication with family and friends. Sheila did that and have been doing that. Constant and immediate communication with coach after workouts or before workouts. Okay. Honesty and openness are very important. Okay. Body awareness. Because I would ask, like, what's the pain level, Sheila, on that feet? Is it better now? Is it better than yesterday? Body maintenance. What is body maintenance? Proactively targeting weak areas through soft tissue maintenance, mobilization, strengthening, and functional movements. So it's not just stretching. We're targeting those weak areas, okay? And also taking care of your body overall, all right? For your training, make sure that you address all these 4 areas: technique, the right speed, endurance, and race skills. For Sheila, we really target especially the speed on the cycling, okay? Because we need to get that up, all right?
So yes, don't fall into the trap of only looking at your miles.
Yes, thank
so
you,
if you're
Janetta.
only looking at I'm going to do 3 miles today, I'm going to do 5 miles next week, I'm going to do 10 miles the week after, like that's going to get you in trouble. Don't do that.
Because, as you heard, I told you earlier, like she just did 16 miles and that was it. Okay. So it's not just about distance. If you are addressing this 4 areas in swim, bike, and run, it's about quality. All right. Training, nutrition, body maintenance, mental fitness, and race strategy, not just training, but all these 5 areas. All these 5 areas. Get a screenshot. So, all right. Okay. Training, race, nutrition. I actually forgot to show. Her nutrition is this. Okay. And Sheila did this.
Yes.
So we taught her how to do this one
together. Sheila, was this hard for you to do?
No, so easy.
So why was it easy?
Well, it's repetitive. All you have to do is nutrition is really paramount to your race. Yeah, it's easy because all you have to do every 15 minutes you drink, right? Yeah. Your alarm would go off, or your computer, and then you said, okay, that's the second time it told me to drink, so that's 30 minutes. Oh, I better take a bite of, or take an applesauce. Yeah. And then and then it's a repeat. You do it again. Don't care about the miles, don't care, just make sure your body, because your body is expelling the electrolytes and liquids and everything, so just keep on replenishing, otherwise you're going empty. Yeah. And I never understood that, because I don't know, I was a cyclist, I was cycling before, and I would bonk after the 30th mile, after 50th mile. I'm so tired, I just want to go home and sleep. But now I'm like, I'm gonna run. Shit.
Yeah. And also, so she learned the nutrition, that spreadsheet, when she was doing the 70.3, that was last year, because she had the tools. What she had to do is repeat it this year for the full Ironman. But this time around, we still continue to dial that in. Okay. And she did that herself. All right. So now, get the tools so that you can repeat that same nutrition and just, adjust accordingly if it's necessary. If it works, don't change. Race-specific training to substitute running. Okay, so we did several of those. How you structure your workouts is critical. Okay. Mindset advising. We did talk about that earlier. How to reframe the mindset, making sure that you remind yourself of the big goal. How about if things are not going well? All right. Race strategy. Okay. The pacing, mindset. Okay. Visualization. Last but not the least, let's talk about visualization, because that's something that Sheila, It helped Sheila big time. Do you mind sharing, Sheila?
Yeah. So a week before my race, coach told me, hey, why don't you write like a little story about yourself and how you finished your race? I'm like, oh my God, that's a great idea. You know, so from the moment I woke up, I said, I woke up, you know, I told a story that on a perspective that I already finished the race. So woke up, got my gel. Anyway, I did every minute details, tied my shoes, changed my helmet, everything. Crossed that finish line, hugged my friends. And when I was in a dark zone in like mile 18, I just kept on going, you know, this is not the part of the plan. You're going to have to move on forward, moving forward. Yeah. Cross that finish line. It's exactly what I wrote. And I even showed it to a friend of mine, one of my Phil M. Tri friends. And then she goes, when somebody said, what's your plan? And Lizelle's like, oh, I already know how she's going to finish this race.
There you go.
Finished it exactly because that was it's predestined. Yes. You know, yes. It was already in my mind. That's how I'm going to finish it. So yes, visualization.
Yeah, it's exactly, everyone. It's exactly the same thing I did for my World Championship Kona. I wrote what I wanted.
I love it. And that's not to say that everything was perfect, because I remember you saying a river rat stole your sandwich or movie or something. Things went wrong. The booties got missed. Things, you know, things got nothing was perfect, but
yep,
it was perfect.
Yeah. Well, it's a mindset, right? So I decided not to get angry because it's beyond our control. And that's what coach always tells us. If it's beyond your control, don't worry about it. Find a plan B. So what I did was, instead of find a plan B, that's too long of words, too many words, I used pivot. So that was my theme for this year, was pivot, because everything, I had a plan and then something would always derail me. So plan B.
Yeah, that's very good. Pivot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. So if you had to choose, let's say, 3 things that made the biggest difference for you working together with Coach Sheila and the Feisty Fox team, what do you think that would be?
What made the difference? My mindset.
A mindset.
Because before, I'm a Scorpio and we're assholes when we're angry. So yeah, before I would like, and then, you know, but now I'm like, okay, let's fix this. What's the plan B? Pivot. And then, what's the other one? Oh, I'm less lazy now. Like I'm in my office and I do the darndest thing and I get all these looks, but you know what? I don't care because it's my body. I would like stretch, swing my legs while I'm talking. You know, instead of standing there and talking for 20 minutes, I already did 2 minutes of, 20 leg swings. And so my back, my lower back hasn't hurt since I started Feisty Fox.
Wow.
I used to have back problems. And now because I do a lot of lunges, stretches, body maintenance. So yeah, that's my second. And what has changed? I think my temperament, my family loves me more because I work out.
Gotcha.
I come home happy, you know, instead of like, I had a busy day. Don't talk to me. Give me 30 minutes. You know?
So it releases stress and you're able to be more.
Yeah. So what training is for me, it's a mini vacation. It's an hour outside running, you know, in the rain or early morning and you hear the owls. It's just beautiful. Swimming for an hour and 10 minutes. It's a mini vacation. You come out, you come up, you know, you're like in your world. And I had this problem at work, like, how the hell do I do this? How do I fix this? And then when you're swimming, I'm like 800 yards later, I'm like, I can call so-and-so, you know, your mind just clears. So, and cycling, it's just a social thing for me. And I just met amazing cyclists. So yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So it's a play date. It's a long play date. And then if you do the Ironman, you get 12 hours or 17 hours, your choice, of a play date just for you. Not your family, no kids to think about, no husband to think about. Just think about you or me. That's what I did. You know? And then the best part of this play date, they cheer you. You were having fun. And then all of a sudden you're finishing the finish line, your friends and family to hug you. And I'm like, thanks. I just played all day, but thanks. You know, it is hard work, but it's an amazing journey. And I highly recommend it.
Wow. Well, you got a lot besides
Yeah.
the finisher's medal is already amazing, but all the things that you just mentioned, no back pain, you know,
Yeah.
the family sees you more happy. You have the iron mindset.
You're more disciplined. You've
It's
figured out how to fit things.
It's
more.
a transformation.
Brushing my teeth. I'm doing what do you call that when you stand up on your toes and stretch your calves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So strange.
Especially you. Wow. All right. Well, from Feisty Fox Coaching, Sheila, we are so proud of you.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And for everyone, hello, everyone. I know you guys had a lot of fun, just like we have. Okay. For all of you guys who have watched Sheila's story, who have been inspired, this is what we do for Feisty Fox Coaching. We help busy high achievers crush their races, their Ironman. Okay. And no matter what their level of experience or challenges.
Yes, we love partnering with athletes who are excited about going after big goals.
Yes.
Can I say one more?
Yeah. Please.
For those who are still listening, override your excuses. You're going to have a million and one excuse. Why not to do this? Override it because you're worth it. I promise you, you're worth it. That's it.
Love that.
Sheila out.
That is big.
Yeah.
That is big. Okay. Yeah. So everyone.
Yes, for those who's ready to go after your big goals and who wants to have
the Ironman.
Yes.
Is it next year? How long has it been that you've been wanting to, or thinking about it, or dreaming about it? Is it next year?
Let's make it next year. Yes.
Yeah.
So those who want to have an opportunity to chat with us face to face, we are making our calendar available for a 15-minute chat. Spots are limited since there's only 2 of us.
Yes, you got busy.
But if you want a spot to chat with us, put #gameplan in the comments now, or when you're watching the replay.
Yeah, so it's a 15-minute free call. There's nothing for you to buy there because we're not selling anything. It's more to like have a chat, have a face-to-face, and like let's hear your goals. What's your plan? Okay, what's your plan? And we're hoping that we can give you the next steps because that's our goal, to help you out. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to Sheila. Sheila, before we let you go, if you don't mind, we'd love to know top 3 advices that you'd be able. We've gotten a lot from you, but I'm not satisfied. We want more. Top 3 advices that you can give to athletes who've been wanting to do their first Ironman, but there is a but. You know, there is some challenges.
Well, I'm going to reiterate what I just said.
Sure.
Do not make excuses. You know, because if you really want something, you're going to move the earth for it. If you want that person, if you wanted that boyfriend or girlfriend or that car or whatever, you're going to move the earth for it. But think about you. This is all about you, this Ironman thing. It's not only an Ironman. It's just just get that title and you'll know. You'll know. And nothing in life is easy, right? So this is a journey. It's not like, oh, I'm going to just, it's not a diet. It's not a fast, it's not a trend. It's just amazing. Just do it. And second, that was 1, right? Shit. Feisty Fox, just drink the Kool-Aid. You're worth it. Okay. So if people are thinking about money wise, just think about the medical bills that you'll be paying for your medicine, your braces, or whatever, your body will need. But if you're exercising, it's a body maintenance. It's called body maintenance for a reason. You're maintaining your body, and then, I don't know, just do it. Be Nike and do it. 3.
Do it a million times. There you go. You guys got to laugh from that. If I were you, I'm going to start looking at the dates next year.
Yes, which one's the closest one, or which one's the most fun? Ironman, you have many choices.
Okay.
If Sarah's still around, name a place, name an Ironman, Sarah, and I'll do it with you. I promise.
There you go.
It's live.
It's out there. Sarah, what do you say?
All right. Okay, everyone, it's been a pleasure. Sheila, thank you so much. You've given us so much value, so much entertainment, so much laughs. And everyone, you guys had a great time. Put hashtag value. Let's thank Sheila's time. And thanks everyone for your time as well. Thank you, Vinetta. And till next time. Okay, we do this live training every week. We'll help you out again next time. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.